Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mug and Mindset. I am Sophia, your lead host, and I am so excited to be here with you today as we continue our journey into building a better life.
And I'm Liam. We are moving fast through our favorite guide on habits. In our last few episodes, we discussed why small changes are so powerful and how habits actually shape who we are.
That's right. And our Chapter 3 episode, How to Build Better Habits in 4 Simple Steps, is now available on YouTube if you'd like to listen to it first.
We had a lot of fun recording that one.
We really did.
In Chapter 3, we learned about the habit loop: cue, craving, response, and reward.
Exactly. And today we're going to zoom in on the very first step of that loop, the cue.
That's a big one.
It really is. And the chapter we are looking at has a very strange title, The Man Who Didn't Look Right.
It sounds like the start of a scary story, Sophia. Who is this man, and why didn't he look right?
It's actually a story about how our brains see things before we even know we are looking.
Oh, that's interesting.
Today, we are going to learn how your brain works like a prediction machine. We will learn why we do things on autopilot and how to see the habits that are currently invisible to us.
That's fascinating.
And once you understand this idea, you'll start noticing things about your own behavior that you may have never noticed before.
This is so important. If you don't notice a bad habit, you can't fix it.
Exactly.
All right, let's get started. Sophia, before we get to the man who didn't look right, I have to tell you a funny story.
Oh, this should be good.
This morning, I was getting ready for work. I was thinking about my big presentation, and I was talking to my wife.
Uh-oh.
I walked into the kitchen with my car keys, and then I put them in the refrigerator.
The refrigerator? Liam, why?
I have no idea.
Not the counter, not the table. The refrigerator?
The refrigerator.
That's impressive.
I didn't even realize I did it until I was ready to leave the house.
Oh no.
I was standing there looking for my keys everywhere. Then my wife opened the fridge and said, "Are these yours?" Honestly, I wish I was making that up.
That's amazing.
I was completely on autopilot.
And that is exactly what happens with our habits.
Really?
Yes. The source material explains that as a habit becomes a routine, it moves into your nonconscious mind.
Meaning my brain was basically running a program without asking me.
More or less. Your brain starts doing these things automatically so it can save energy for other tasks.
But is that safe?
What do you mean?
If my brain is doing things without me knowing, am I really the one in control?
That's a great question. The brain is a prediction machine. It is always scanning the world around you and guessing what will happen next.
Even when I'm not paying attention?
Especially when you're not paying attention.
Wow.
With enough practice, you notice cues or signals that tell you what to do, and you don't even have to think about it.
So that's why habits feel effortless after a while.
Exactly. It's helpful for things like breathing, walking, driving familiar routes, brushing your teeth.
And apparently storing keys in cold environments. I deserve that.
Just a little.
Fair enough.
But this automatic behavior can become dangerous when we're dealing with bad habits.
Because they become invisible?
Exactly. If you stop noticing a habit, it can keep running in the background without you ever questioning it.
That's actually a little scary.
It can be. But the good news is that once you become aware of these hidden habits, you can start changing them.
And that's what today's chapter is all about.
Exactly. Let me tell you the story of the paramedic that the author mentions.
All right, I'm listening.
This woman had worked in emergency medicine for years. One day, she went to a family dinner. She looked at her father-in-law and immediately felt worried. She said, "I don't like the way you look. You need to go to the hospital right now."
Wow. Was he feeling sick?
Not at all. He felt perfectly fine and even joked about it.
That's probably what I would do.
Many people would. But she insisted. A few hours later, he was in surgery because an artery in his heart was blocked. He was about to have a massive heart attack.
Wow.
I know.
How did she see that?
The amazing part is that she couldn't fully explain it at the time.
Really?
Because she had seen so many heart patients over the years, her brain had learned to recognize tiny changes in the way blood moved through a person's face.
So her brain noticed something before she consciously understood it.
Exactly. Her brain noticed the cue before her conscious mind did.
That really is like a superpower.
It does sound like one, but the author explains that this happens in many professions. Military analysts can identify a missile on a radar screen even when it looks like a regular plane. Radiologists can spot signs of a stroke before it's obvious to anyone else.
That's incredible.
Their brains have been trained through repetition. They've seen the same patterns thousands of times.
Wait, Sophia, you mentioned the loop. Can you explain how awareness works with the 4 steps of a habit we learned in Chapter 3?
The cue, the craving, the response, and the reward.
The famous habit loop.
Exactly. The cue is the trigger, like the blockage the paramedic noticed. The craving is the desire to change your state. The response is the action you take, and the reward is the result that satisfies you.
So awareness begins at the cue.
Yes, awareness is all about step 1. If the cue is invisible, the entire habit loop can start without you even realizing it.
That makes so much sense.
And that's why awareness is such a powerful skill.
That explains the Japanese train story too, right?
Exactly. In Tokyo, the train system is incredibly safe because of a method called pointing and calling.
I love this example.
As the conductors run the train, they physically point at things and say them out loud. They point at a signal and say, "Signal is green." They point at the speed and say the exact number.
Why do they do that? It sounds like it would take extra time.
Surprisingly, it reduces errors by up to 85%.
85%.
Yes, by pointing and speaking, they move the habit from a non-conscious level to a conscious level. They force themselves to become aware.
That's brilliant.
Sometimes the simplest ideas are the most effective.
Okay, Sophia, I'm the co-host today, but you're definitely the expert.
I'll take that compliment.
I have 4 words from this chapter that I want to make sure I really understand. Can you help me?
Of course, Liam, I love words. Ask away.
All right. The first one is nonconscious. I know conscious means I'm awake and thinking. So what is nonconscious?
Non-conscious means anything your mind does without you consciously thinking about it. It's like the autopilot mode of your brain. It handles things like your heartbeat, your breathing, or the way you tie your shoes.
So, also my refrigerator key storage system?
Unfortunately, yes.
Fair enough. What about awareness?
Awareness is the state of knowing or noticing something. The author says we must start habit change with awareness because if a habit remains mindless, we cannot improve it.
That seems really important.
It is.
Third word is Verbalize.
To verbalize means to say something out loud, like the Japanese train conductors. When you say your habits or intentions aloud, they become more real to your brain.
And the last one, scorecard.
A scorecard is a tool used to track progress. In this chapter, we learn about the Habits Scorecard, which is a list of your daily habits that helps you see your life more clearly.
I like that. Simple, but powerful.
Exactly.
So first we learned the habit loop in Chapter 3.
That's right. In Chapter 3, we learned about cue, craving, response, and reward.
And now we're learning how to spot the cues that start that loop.
Exactly.
It's all starting to connect.
Exactly. Each chapter builds on the one before it.
Sophia, that habit scorecard sounds like something I should try. How do I make one?
It is very simple. Just make a list of everything you do from the moment you wake up. Wake up, turn off alarm, check phone, drink water, and brush your teeth.
That's a long list.
Do you just look at it?
No, you graded.
Exactly. Look at each action and ask, is this a good habit, a bad habit, or a neutral habit?
But how do I know if it's good or bad?
Ask yourself, does this habit help me become the type of person I want to be? Does it cast a vote for your identity?
I love that.
Me too.
So, what is the moral of the story for Chapter 4?
The moral is a quote from the psychologist Carl Jung. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate.
Wow,
Powerful, isn't it?
very powerful. So if I don't notice my habits, I'm not really the one driving my own life.
Exactly. The first step to changing any behavior is simply to notice it.
Just notice it.
That's right. Once you're aware of a habit, you can start changing it.
That definitely makes things simpler.
It does.
Sophia, thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks for listening to Mug and Mindset, everyone.
Join us next time for our next episode.
You won't want to miss it.
Until then, keep your eyes open.
And keep growing.
See you next time, everyone!